Meet our free US tax preparation course brought to you by the Borderless Accountant. We are inviting you to join our community. Live training, reputable tax firms as resource speakers, recorded, replayable at higit sa lahat, libre. To join, like and follow our official Facebook page, join our Facebook group for important updates, and fill out our Google form to be included in our mailing list. See you there!
But you guys can see us, right? And I can see you guys. So I think we're okay. Figure out the screen na lang, Dre. So, dito kami sa office ngayon. And nakwento ko naman, I think JB can remember, nakwento ko yung kwento about this payag. So it used to be dapat payag lang. But naging up and down na ano. But, and without, hindi siya plano, but looks like we're gonna have this as an office na. Nakakonect ka sa Starlink, Tre? Asa man ka nakakonect? Borderless Accountants at 1. At 1. I'm sharing the password now. By the way, share ko lang, flex namin yung Starlink na connection namin. So, earlier today, we get the Starlink connection na. Kasi we're located in, nabanggit ko na naman to before, no? Na remote long location ng town namin. Tapos yung barangay pa namin, medyo remote din. So, wala kaming data connection. So, pag nag-brown out, which is madalas nangyayari dito sa amin, walang internet. And minsan din, walang internet at all kahit may kuryente. So, for us to have a stable connection, kasi it happened to me last Monday, we lost the connection and I have a very important meeting. So I have to drive. Kami ni Andre, we have to drive to the city. Ang city kasi from where we are is about 2 hours and a half drive. So I didn't want that to happen again. So we decided to invest in Starlink. Sa mga nagtatanong or curious, it cost me 29,000 hardware and hardware plus the installation, and then yung subscription nasa 5,400 ata. For ano, 5,400 because we are doing the, anong tawag dito? Yung pwede mong dalhin kung saan yung device. Because if I don't do that, merong congestion fee na 14,000. Tapos yung monthly subscription was about 4,800 ata. But we had a workaround with the technician. Sabi niya, we can do the roaming pala. We can do the roaming first month para walang bayaran na 14K for the congestion fee. And then after a month, pwede na mag-switch doon sa residential. So just to get away with the 14,000 na congestion fee. I'm sharing just so in case you want to invest in Starlink then sa mga remote dyan. But yeah, so also we were talking about the QuickBooks training. So we're gonna launch that here then sa Mabini to have physical session sa QBO. And of course, we're gonna do it simultaneously, virtually as well. And if you guys would want to join, please feel free to do so. I will reach out doon sa GC, separate na GC for the bookkeeping. So we can plan. Hopefully, I can reach out to you on Sunday so we can plan on the execution. And I think yesterday yata na-communicate ko na yung date, which would be on the 23rd of this month. Saturday yon, I'm thinking of the afternoon kasi the goal is to invite as many people in Mabini to join and come here sa office so that we can do like a launching of the course. The same thing if you remember the day 1, di ba ang haba, mga 3 hours yon. Because I have an idea of how we can go about with the QBO course. I'm thinking of doing a high level of bookkeeping / accounting and even audit presentation, and then succeeding session na yung tigwa 1 hour na would be the detailed lessons on bookkeeping involving either Excel and QuickBooks Online. So that's the goal for the QuickBooks Online. And for the bookkeeping na course, what else? So far, we have finished the 8 exercises. And we want to get your reaction to that. No, let's take this moment to have like a breaker from what we usually do. So let's hear from everybody how it went so far, ano yung mga struggles nyo in preparing the mock returns. And then maybe tomorrow, saka muna tayo mag-resume sa Gleim na material. And then before end of the day, we would also share with you one return for you to prepare. But I'll tell you more about that a little later. But yeah, for now, ano muna tayo? Chikahan lang muna tayo. And Zara, as you may know, or just so you know, wag na lang natin tong i-post sa community or sa YouTube pala. Pwedeng i-post sa community para doon sa mga team replays. But skip this day for the YouTube kasi ano lang tayo ngayon. Unscripted, kumbaga. Chill lang tayo. Dapat pala mga ano tayo. May dalang mga kape or wine or kung mga anong mga. May mga ganyan. Like, I had this during the pandemic, parang may isa kong firm na may mga ano kami, just because Friday. Mga kung anong maisipan na gawin sa Friday. 'Di ba? Ay kwento lang.
Si Sir Carlo nagkape na.
'Di ba?
Siya pagkatong imong views, sir.
Ito
yung na makita niyo siya kanan.
I don't know how to do that. Explore daw din. Nasa seaside po kami ni Cathy. Saan ang seaside? SM Seaside?
Tabi ng dagat.
Sa literal na tabi ng dagat. Okay. Kasi may SM Seaside sa Cebu.
Miss Alma, excited na sana ako kapag nasa seaside Cebu to. Saan ako ng
Ang
Quezon?
ingay po. Nandito ako sa Davao na seaside, yung sa coastal nila. Kumakain kami ng barbecue na chicken.
Sarap. By the way, si Marie Chris si Marie Chris nag-invite pala ikaw ng ano no? Ka Ormoc na trip nung 13 ba 'yun?
Yeah.
September pa pala, tama. September. Baka gusto niyo sumama, Kelly. I have not been Hello, Marie Chris, pinag-share ko na baka maraming magpunta. Nag-invite si Marie Chris. I haven't been to Ormoc. I wanna go.
Ormoc Lake.
No, September 30.
Yes po. Isang tawid nyo lang yan from Ubay ata, and then Bato Leyte.
Go there. Thank you for the invitation. Ilang oras po papunta ang Bato hanggang Ormoc?
I don't know if she would know.
It's just, I think it's more than an hour from Bato to Ormoc.
I haven't been to Ormoc. I heard Ormoc has a really good ano ba yun? Pineapple. Tama ba ako, Marie Chris? Masarap
Yes
yung
po.
pineapple.
May pineapple plantation doon, and then it's one of a kind pineapple nila doon. Parang sa Ormoc ko lang talaga siya natikman ng ganun. I've been to many places na with pineapple, pero iba pa rin yung pineapple nila doon.
Wow, I'm excited. So we will most likely go. I don't know if these guys are also joining.
September 13, what day is that?
But just so you know, September 15 kasi yung tax deadline. September 15 yung deadline ng business. But I think we're okay. Wita is okay. Kasi we're caught up naman.
Tagaytay din daw sabi ni Chair.
Tagaytay. Malapit si ano dyan sa Tagaytay. Si Elaine, yung isa kong kawork sa Wita. She's based in Silang, Cavite. Malapit na daw yun sa Tagaytay. I love Tagaytay too. Sarap mag-ano dun. Mag-Starbucks. Ay, di sina ano? Matalapitan din sila sa Tagaytay sina Ma'am Sharon. Sa Batangas. We were talking about that. Then si Geng din. Lapit sa Tagaytay.
Yes, malapit kami dyan. Pag pumunta kayo, Chris, dito, let's go to Tagaytay.
Yes. Hopefully, mga November.
Taralet.
Ay, lapit din ni Tita Alma doon.
Kayo din, magpunta kayong Bohol. Meron ka kung pinuntahan ngayon sa search nyo din sa internet. Ang ganda. Ngayon ko lang napuntahan yung Lakeside. Kasi anniversary nila ngayon. Campsite. Ang ganda. Malapit yung may campsite dito sa amin. Ang ganda. Ngayon ko lang napuntahan kasi one year anniversary nila. Yung may-ari kasi classmate ko nung high school. Ang ganda, super ganda ng place.
Anong barangay? Anong barangay?
Nasa barangay Mabini.
Campsite, sir.
20 minutes away from Minol, no? 20 minutes. Basta nagpunta naman kayo dito, maraming galaan dito. Merong magandang falls, merong magandang beach, yung sa Anda. Anda, if you would like to search that, parang katabi lang ba siya? No, 2 towns away from Mabini. That's where my favorite beach is located. It's about 45 minutes away from our place. So if nagala kayo ng Bohol, punta kayo dito sa aming office. Magtatayo na kami ng ano dito, guys. Borderless Cafe. Para marami na kaming matrain na taga Mabini din. So we're gonna offer coffee and all. And then, baka may mga ano kayo, guys. Tawag dito, mga used na books. We are open for donation. Kasi this space kasi nasa baba to. We're gonna have like a mini library. So yung mga magkakape or yung mga youth dito, we're gonna invite them as well. Mga next generation of borderless accountants. So early pa lang ini-expose na natin sila to what we do para marami nang kumuha ng accounting na course in college para pag kayo nag-grow na din sa practice nyo, hindi na kayo mahihirapan maghanap ng staff in the future. Hanap na lang kayo dito sa Mabini. Na who can work remotely for your firm.
Uy, nagka-idea ako, Chris, ha?
Malayo pa yan sa Panglao Beach.
Mag-open ng ng coffee shop, ha? Para to invite na lang. Nahirapan kami sa manpower, no?
Oo, Mami Sharon. Kasi dati, kwento ko lang to sa inyo, sinabihan ko sina Marilo, sina Kelly na mag-invite ng mga taga-barangay namin na mag-train. Tapos nag-post sila doon sa community, sa social media, sa Facebook. Alam mo kung ilan yung pumunta? 0. As in, wala. Natawa na lang ako kasi walang nagpunta. I think because for one, intimidated sila or they don't really know what we're doing, parang wala silang idea, and minsan siguro nahihiya kasi 'di ba yung gate din closed. So naka-idea ako na magbukas na lang ako ng cafe para yung mga tao pupunta dito, tapos kahit mga freelancer na nag-VA, pwede silang dito mag-work, ganyan. We will open the space for them para ma-curious sila. Ganit, that's how pala it works, and again. And then, from there, pwede na namin silang mag-train na lang din kayo. Punta na lang din kayo dito para mag-train. Diba? So, you're opening something like, tawag dito, a space where people can learn. And yung mga youth, kumbaga, like mga bata dito na nasa elementary pa, pwede silang magpunta, magbasa, internet, para makita din nila, ganyan pala ang work ng isang accountant. Diba? So, para paglaki nila, pag time na nilang mag-decide kung anong kursong kukunin nila, they can think of accounting as an option, 'di ba? Kasi what we're doing now is like hindi naman to pang pang 2 years, pang 3 years na. We're talking about forever for a lifetime na, kasi hindi naman talaga mawawala ang tax, 'di ba? It's always gonna be there. And the practice is only gonna grow, right? And when we grow, we need people, right? And I think Sharon and all the rest, yung mga may firm na, di ba, people come and go because they will join us for few years, and then circumstances will change, right? Magkakapamilya or lilipat ng ibang town or location, or yung iba lilipat ng ibang kumpanya for greener pasture. But we have to have steady supply of talent, right? Yung talent na kumbaga plug and play, na pagka may vacancy, we hire, and then alam na nila yung gagawin agad, right? Or a little training na lang. So that's the idea. And it could also serve you guys because again, tax naman is remote. So later on, again, when you grow your firm and you need virtual help, you can tap into the talents that we are going to develop here sa Mabini, whether you will employ them virtually or you will pay them by the hour. At least you have an option, right? So ganun naman yung goal natin sa community, tulungan tayo. So when you grow, you will need people, right? So when you need people, alam niyo na kung saan kayo kukuha ng talent, 'di ba? Kasi mahirap kumuha kung saan lang, 'di ba? Kailangan mo kilalanin, kailangan mo pang i-train. Whereas kung train na natin, we are already training them on, the competence, and also we're trying to, I would say, promote a culture already within the community, yung community na tutulungan, community na walang ego, right? Na walang dito ako, dyan ka, ganon, walang intimidation. So, if alam mong galing sa borderless accountants, alam mong hindi lang magaling but maaasahan. Diba? So, that's what we're trying to promote, to help one another as we grow. Kasi nga, inevitable yun. Inevitable yung mag-grow kayo sa tax practice na multiple clients kayo eventually. Because once you go out there, clients will come to you. Direct firm owners will directly reach out to you. And when you chase clients, hindi na kayo mahihirapan to sell your services. So that's what I say. That's why I said na inevitable yung growth nyo. Diba? Andre can attest to this. Diba? Sabi mo nga, Andre, yung friend niya dati na nag-work lang din sa akin as part-timer. Ngayon, ilang clients sa 3? Diba? And she's only, si Dian ba?
Si Dian.
Diba? Si Dian, si
And
Denilyn.
And Iris.
And now they're like what? So these people, these are like, they only work for me, or not for me, but they work with me just 2 tax seasons, no? After that, they were on their own, and they go anywhere now they like, right? Because again, it's inevitable that when you do US tax, you will really grow, right? So they're also hiring people to work for them, right? Because it's really, kumbaga, ang laki kasi ng opportunities, ang lawak nung practice.
Pero si Dian, sir, may dalawang part-time mga college.
All right. Diba? So, it could happen to you too. It will happen to you. Diba? So, yan. Ang dami ko nang sinabi na naman. 8:43 na. Meron pang gusto mag-share? Magkwento naman para hindi lang... Again, this is downtime, guys. We can stay until 9:30. Tapos tomorrow tayo mag-resume sa Glyme. So, you can unmute yourself, say something. Share naman kayo.
Malayo yung lugar nyo, Chris, sa Panglao. Kasi nakapunta na ako ng Panglao sa may Tubigon Port. From Tubigon Port pa, from Cebu. Sinerch ko sa parang 2 hours away yung Mabini.
Medyo malayo. Tingnan natin sa map, ha. Mag-share ako ng map. Para lang may... Kasi ganito, ako, I'm very bad with geography. Kung hindi ko napuntahan yung lugar, hindi ko siya ma-figure out. So, I'll share my screen. Baka gusto maisipan yung magpunta dito ng tax season. We can accommodate you. Pero hindi lahat. Kasi...
Meron pa diyang mga space for rent?
Meron naman.
Mag-trainingan ko dyan ng tax season.
Yung nagsasabi na mag-i-internship daw sila, pwede yung gawin sa tax season, punta kayo dito.
Mag-ticket na ako ng flights.
Kailan, mga what date para ma-block ko na sa calendar ko?
Tax season, I heard sa LinkedIn, yung mga fina-follow kong mga personalities doon. There is plans to start the tax season first week ng February next year. It used to be kasi 3rd week ng January. Kasi if in case you don't know, ang IRS, 'di ba, deadline ng personnel is October 15, right? Tapos few weeks after October 15, close ni IRS yung e-filing system. So once the IRS has usually parang end of October or first week ng November, they will announce naman sa website nila na the IRS closes the e-filing system. That means hindi na tayo makakapag e-file nung return. Pero kung gusto niyo mag-file, paper file. Pero usually yung mga firms, hindi na sila nag-advise na mag-paper file kasi it takes about 6 months to process for the IRS to process the return. So, kung nahuli sa deadline na close na yung e-filing system, what we usually advise sa client is wait na lang for the IRS to reopen the e-filing system. So, they close it sometime in October or early November, and then they reopen 3rd week ng January. Right? So, yun yung pagka-reopen ng e-filing system na yun officially ang tinatawag ng mga tax practitioner na start of the tax season. when the e-filing opens again. Although, hindi pa yan talaga gano'n na sobrang dami na ng return kasi January 31 kasi yung deadline ng mga 1099, mga W2. So lahat ng employers dapat nakapag-issue na ng W2 at 1099 sa kanilang mga contractors and employees by January 31. Otherwise, may penalty yun malaki. So kayo mga those who are doing bookkeeping, alam niyo yan, 'di ba? Kasi like sa QuickBooks online, pwede kayong mag-file doon ng 1099s at even W2 for your bookkeeping clients. And you know that ang deadline noon is January 31st. So pagka after that, January 31st yun, dami ng tax return i-prepare because available na yung mga W2 at 1099s. Although kapag you do business returns, mas maiging mag-prepare na kayo ng mga early January. Kasi 'di ba, sobrang bilis ng deadline ng business, March 15 deadline na agad. So once the book is closed ng December 31, pwede na mag-prepare ng return as early as first week ng January. So yung mga ang concentration is business return, maaga ang kanilang tax season. Nag-share ba ako ng screen? There. So there, Minol, this is our barangay.
Ayan pala yung nasa exercises. Pero hindi siya Minol, New Jersey.
Okay. Now you know. Kasi si anong gumagawa ng edit si Kelly at saka si Jade.
Ayan din yung Chedi, yung ni Janelle Billionaire.
Jade kasi din to, parang tourist, maganda din dito, overlooking. So this is our barangay. This is what I was telling you earlier, yung Anda. Ang daming right? So malapit lang yan from our place.
Expensive, Anda.
Hindi naman, maraming hindi namang public na places sa Anda na merong high-end, meron din namang affordable lang. Doon lang kami sa affordable lagi. When bago sina Andre, kasi Cebu Bay sila, tapos dinala ko dito sila sa Bohol, I would bring them to a public beach, tapos doon kami mag-work. So we will just set up doon sa mismong buhangin. Mag-set up lang kami noon ng tent, tapos yung
tables.
doon na kami mag-work kinaumagahan. Uuwi. Tapos kasi yung sunrise doon. Tapos ang bayad namin sa cottage 500 lang. So it's really cheap.
Overnight.
Overnight na 'yon. Pero kung gusto mo doon ng comfortable, meron din naman silang mga resort na mahal din. So again, that's Mabini, and if you wanna go like ang airport kasi nasa dito Panglao. So you can see ang layo, 'di ba? So from Panglao to Mabini, it's about 3 hours. No, 3. And this is the capital city, Tagbilaran, if you haven't been there. 2 hours naman to, 2 hours the way. Yung Carmen, which is where the Chocolate Hills is located, is nandito. So kung gusto niyo mag-Chocolate Hills, 1 hour drive na lang to from Mabini.
The Mirror of the World.
Where is Mirror of the World? I don't know where it is.
Yung si Katuna, ayun
Buti pa kayo nakapunta ako, hindi pa ako. Saan?
I-zoom out daw.
Si Katuna, by the way. Lapit sa Tagbilaran.
Nandyan lahat yung
So if you've been to Cebu, ang lapit namin sa Cebu. This is Cebu. So 2 hours lang yan by boat.
Inaantay ko sir na matapos yung yung connecting na bridge.
Lalakad ka lang, Sir JB.
Pero matagal pa
Mas malapit kayo, sir, sa Batu, Leyte. Maasin.
Oo, yung sa inyo dito kami sasakay.
May barge dyan pwede magdala ng sasakyan.
Ubay, tapos yung destination namin saan? Bato, dito.
Bato po. Yeah.
Tapos
may barge dyan, sir, na pwede magdala ng sasakyan kung gusto magdala.
Tapos yung Ormoc is, saan yung Ormoc? Ito.
Yeah.
Sapit lang. So yeah, if in case you wanna come next year, in terms of accommodation, marami naman pwedeng marentahan, di ba? Like Gindulman, for example. Mga transient. Malapit lang naman yun sa amin. Or actually, yung Chidi, di ba? Meron na sila. May mga room for rent na.
Saan ba, Chris, saan ba ang Christmas party ng Borderless?
I think this year sa
Susugurin ni JB.
Last year dito lang kami. Maybe we will, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Anda again. Gusto niyo mag-join? Pagplanuhan natin.
Yes, gusto namin mag-join.
Mag-join ko. Isasama ko si Zara. Nasa Cebu
Either
kami.
either virtually or physically, we can welcome you guys.
Virtual party.
Grabe, ang aga ng pinag-uusapan natin. August 8 pa lang.
Burn na next month eh.
By the way, mayroon na ba kayo di ba 8-8 ngayon? 8-8 sale.
Patay,
Double infinity. Ang ganda ng date ngayon.
ngayon, open ng mga bagong businesses.
At least you already know in your head saan kayo pwedeng pumunta ng tax season. If you wanna help us during the tax season, we'll welcome all the help. Meron palang nag-reach out sa akin na sino nga ulit siya? Bookkeeper, tapos I'm sure you're here, who's yung owner naghahanap ata ng tax preparer. Yeah, we can welcome that. We can help your clients with the tax returns. Ngayon pa na ang dami na natin, di ba? Kasi si Janelle nagpe-prepare na rin to ng returns eh. JR, I think is ready to prepare returns. And I think a lot of you here are ready to prepare returns. Oo nga eh. 3 days akong absent. I haven't seen the presentation, but I believe that you guys did a good job.
E-file na lang kulang.
So, kumusta yung
E-file na lang kulang.
E-file. By the way, tomorrow, sinong confirm na mag-join tomorrow for the 10 a.m. na session with Cristel? Can you guys raise your hand kung at least I can tell Marie Chris kasi kinakabahan din siya. Hindi na alam kung anong sasabihin, pero sabi ko sa kanya, magpakilala ka lang ng very light, tapos question and answer. Baka tanungin niyo siya ng mga tax-related matters. Wag naman kasi hindi nga siya tax practitioner. Ano lang, I would suggest mga questions on collaboration, ganon, or how her general questions on how's her experience doing bookkeeping, paano siya nagsimula, mga ganon. So 13, abot kaya tayo ng 50 tomorrow? Kasi sabi ko pa naman sa kanya, pag nagla-live tayo, hindi tayo bumababa ng 50. Sabi niya, ang dami. But 10 a.m. tomorrow. Sa iba siguro tulog pa yung mga panggabi. 10 a.m. Philippine time tomorrow. Hindi na siya man, Miss Emma, related sa tax. Kasi for those wala nung kinento ko to, si Cristel is running a bookkeeping business in California. Medyo marami na rin siyang clients. But she wants to grow her firm and she wants to start offering tax prep starting next year. Actually, nagta-tax prep na siya. Pero super konti lang, super select lang. Like I think nasa 5 lang yata na return yung prepare niya for this tax season. Only because she's not yet confident preparing tax returns, and then wala siyang manpower to do it. So I guess this is where you guys can take the opportunity to connect with her, because she may need some help next year for tax prep. And also, again, if you are looking at preparing returns directly for a taxpayer, yung kayong nakakuha, for example, bookkeeping client nyo, and then you would already start, you would propose to that taxpayer na, or to that client na kayo mag-prepare ng tax return niya, pwede kayo makitie up kay Cristel para pwede niyong i-file yung return. Kasi kung kayo lang yung mag-prepare, hanggang preparation lang kayo, right? Hindi kayo pwedeng mag-e-file kasi kailangan ng EFIN to e-file a return, right? So that way, pag connected kayo kay Cristel, pwede kayong magsabi kay Cristel na ako mag-prepare, tapos kayo na rin mag-review kung kaya niyo mag-review, or kung gusto niyo kami mag-review, pwede rin naman yun. And then you will e-file it using her EFIN, right? And then ganoon na din, I had one client na sa kanya ko I nakitaya pa ko sa kanya, tapos siya na rin yung nag-invoice kasi pwedeng ang client kasi they pay through credit card or via direct debit. So tayo mga walang bank account sa US, mahihirapan tayong mag-collect ng payment, di ba? So And then this is also the thing. If you engage in a tax preparation directly to a taxpayer, syempre, you would want to secure payment muna, di ba? So the way it works sa mga tax firm is you take 50% of the engagement fee once they sign the engagement, and then 50% before isend yung return for the review. Right? So dapat ganun yung gawin nyo. Otherwise, baka di kayo mabayaran, di ba? I heard a lot of stories about that na na-file na yung return, hindi na binalikan yung tax prepare nung client. Right? So, in that way, Crisel can also help. Right? She can send an invoice and then the payment can be collected by her. And then, of course, sa inyo na yung arrangement between you and Crisel kung magkano yung I would say royalty niya dun sa kanyang IFID. And of course, she would also do due diligence din dun sa return kasi nga siya yung IFID niya yung gagamitin and possibly her PTIN if you don't have one. So may accountability din siya doon. So yun, until you get an IFIN. So pwede rin kayo magtanong sa kanya tomorrow kasi hindi ko din to natanong sa kanya paano kumuha ng IFIN. Paano siya nakakuha ng IFIN, right? Kasi eventually kakailanganin natin ng IFIN, right? Non-US citizens, wala tayong social security number. The option for us to be able to get an IFIN is an ITIN. An ITIN or individual tax identification number. Pwede naman yun. Pwede tayo makakuha nun. Once we have an ITIN, then we can get an IFIN. Sa kanilang nasa US, mabilis lang kasi mayroon na silang SSN.
Chris,
Yeah, but
would you happen to know kung ano yung gamit na tax software or software na ni Crystal?
Ang gamit niya is Drake. So yeah, that's also one thing. If you want to prepare return and you want to e-file it, you have to learn how to use Drake. Sa mga nag-take na dito ng course ni Bedrock at saka ni Randy sa BizDoc, ang gamit nilang software doon is Drake. So I think sino ditong nag-Bedrock graduate? Pwede kayo mag-share. How did you guys get access to Drake? Rolando, if you want to share.
Yeah, usually yan tawag dito para siyang download mo yung nasa computer mo yung yung software mismo, i-download mo siya, i-install mo siya. Tapos yun, makaka-access ka na. Free naman yun. Yun ang natatandaan ko medyo matagal na rin yun, pero yun ang natatandaan ko. Tapos okay naman yung software, yun nga lang medyo magulo yung dashboard niya. Hindi siya kasi nasusubukan ko na yung tax layer, tsaka yung ProConnect, tsaka yung recently yung UltraTax do sa dati mong training. Mas madaling sundan yung niya, yung lalo na mga errors, medyo siya, medyo hindi siya user friendly, pero kaya naman siyang pag-aralan kung yun talaga ang gagawing software ng client mo is naman siya, doable naman na gawin din Bedrock. Mabilis, medyo naman siya, mabilis din naman siyang gamitin. Lalo yun lang, minsan pag mabagal yung PC mo. Tsaka sa internet connections yun. Pero siya, kasi hindi siya cloud-based. Is, siya, naka-install sa PC mo. Pero nag-update naman siya. Just in case may mga updates yun. Okay naman siya para sa akin.
Right. So it's a desktop application, which is usually the case. I don't know TaxSlayer. I don't have experience with TaxSlayer. Is it cloud-based yung TaxSlayer?
Cloud-based siya, cloud-based yung TaxSlayer. Yun, medyo mas kabisado ko yung TaxSlayer. Pero nung nakita ko yung ProConnect, meron din naman pros and cons yung TaxSlayer sa ProConnect. Mas mabilis gamitin yung ProConnect kaysa sa TaxSlayer. Mas madali siyang kasi pareho naman silang cloud-based. Pero parang mas nagustuhan ko na yung ProConnect. Although hindi naman ako masyado nagtagal sa 3 months ko lang ginamit yung TaxSlayer. Parang mas user-friendly yung ProConnect.
Right. So between Drake and ProConnect, mas okay sa yung
ProConnect, yeah. ProConnect.
Pero how was your experience with Drake generally when it was your first time?
Nahilo ako kasi wala siya masyadong mga icons . Oo, hindi siya. Si Miss Marlvic, sila yung nag-ano kaklase ko yan eh.
I think si Mariel kasi nag-ano to eh.
Oh, nag-ano yan eh, hindi ako natanggap kasi doon before. Nag-apply din ako doon. Kasi magkaklase kami niyan.
Wait, kailangan mong applyan para maging intern?
Dati nag-apply ako doon kasi wala lang. Sinubukan ko lang naman kasi parang dati kasi parang hindi pa siya 6 months yata before, parang 2 months lang. I don't know, sabi kong pwede kong tiyagain maski ano. Pero eventually hindi ako na shortlisted. Kasi tamad din ako gumawa ng kasi I was doing kasi may work ako noon. Medyo kasi yan, hindi ako nakakahabol doon sa mga lessons. Oo, kasi siya yeah, medyo nag-overlap to sa work. Pero okay naman, kasi yung basic naman, doon ako nagka-interest sa US taxation. Tapos eventually, di ba, yung natisod ko kayo dahil kay Josie tsaka kay Miss Yan Yan. Yeah, doon talagang medyo naging interested na kami kasi iba yung nakita namin kasi nagbabasa din ako ng IRS website tapos sa LinkedIn yung may sinalihan ko mga forum na puro tax tapos sa Facebook yung mga community ng mga tax preparers. Talagang sabi ko yung mga problema nila doon, everyday problem nila. Katulad nung kanina nakita ko yung Schedule C daw papagawa ng client niya kasi walang Schedule C. Sabi ko Schedule C, dali-dali lang. Pero may additional yung kasi that's bookkeeping. Additional client, sabi, could I do it for free? Sabi nung isang nasa black community yun. Could I do it for free? No, sabi niya ganun. That's kasi sabi niya 600 yung penalty sa IRS, dapat ang singil mo is 600 above. Tapos yung bookkeeping niya, another 250, depende sa dami ng receipts niya, 250 or 500. Pero pag sobrang dami, 1,000 to 2,000, depende, sabi niya. Kasi sabi niya, the whole year receipts, sabi niya ganun. Siyempre, it's naman yun, iba yun sabi niya ganun. Magkaibang bookkeeping, yun nga, sinasabi mo, palagi na magkaibang bookkeeping sa tax preparation. So, yun, you can add value, sabi oo nga, sabi tama pala si Chris, sabi iba pala talaga. Pero mas mahal pa rin yung bookkeeping na madami, sabi kong ganun. Pero yung taxation, kasi lang naman siya single proprietorship schedule silang naman. So, kung magawa, kaya lang, siyempre, tedious kasi. Ayoko rin nun actually kasi nasubukan ko nang gumawa nun sa isang client ko na nagta-tax preparation ako. Pinakategorize siya sa akin yung parang 8 months of receipts. Tapos hindi ko na wala siya maipakita sa akin receipts. Tapos gumawa ako ng Excel file kung saan ko i-categorize. Tapos hindi rin siya marunong ng Excel file. In-Excel file ko na nga. Ang ginawa niya, yung screenshot niya, sinulatan niya ng kung saan ko i-categorize. Maabot ng 2 pages yun. Sabi ko, ano ba naman to? Sabi ko, napaka-cholog naman to. Sabi ko, sabi ko ganun, ang hirap ng bookkeeping. So yun nga, at least hindi kasi first time ko kasi maka-encounter ng ganun na nag-catch up sa clean na bookkeeping. So medyo hindi ako sanay tapos nanood pa ako ng video na paano ko gagawin ko, ano yung mga pain points, ano yung mga gagawin ko. Yeah, sabi ko parang doon na lang ako sa taxation, sabi ko kasi mas madali siyang gawin 'di ba? Yun lang. So
kapag ka ganun na yung client ay kanyari tax preparation lang yung engagement nyo tapos all of a sudden hindi gawa yung books. Kasi dapat gumawa kayo ng ibang engagement for the bookkeeping, no? So dapat magkaibang fee yun. Kasi kung lalo na sa beware kapag kinuha niyo yung taxpayer client sa Upwork, dapat sa discovery call niyo pa lang nagpo-probe kayo. You ask the right questions. Gawa ba yung books, 'di ba? Meron ba kayong bookkeeper? Right? Tapos, may separate ba kayong bank account sa personal mo at saka sa business? Kasi kung hindi maganda yung tanong, ni sagot ni taxpayer, pag sinabi niya, wala akong books, wala akong bookkeeper, mix yung bank account ko. Pwede niyong gawin yon pero syempre mahal yung singil niyo, di ba? Kasi messy yung situation niya at saka malaki yung work involved. Or pwede niyo nang hindi i-pursue, di ba? Kasi sa books pa lang medyo magulo na lalo sa pag-prepare niyo ng tax, di ba? So yun, it helps to know, and again, this is also where the community can help kasi pwede na tayong mag-share ng mga best practices. Pwede kayong magtanong before nyo i-take yung engagement kung reasonable ba yung rate or magkano kaya yung pwede nyong i-rate, di ba? Or kung walang bookkeeper, hindi naman kayo nagbo-bookkeeper, pwede kayong mag-reach out sa community. Sino bang magaling na bookkeeper dyan? 'Di ba? May catch up na project, pwede niyo ba itong kunin? Ganyan, magkano ba offer niyo? Tapos ako na mag-tax, 'di ba? So this is the value of the community. And then another thing is when you're tawag dito, nawala ako. I lost my train of thought. I want to go back to the experience sa Drake. Kasi natanong ni JB kanina, 'di ba, na ano yung software. So Drake, kailangan nilang aralin, 'di ba? So yung software, kasi I have not done it na nag-download ako ng Drake. Yung Drake ni Crisel is access via remote desktop. So you will access her computer remotely. That's how you will prepare the return. And responsive naman yung RDP niya. But I guess my question is sa mga nakatry na nung tawag dito, nakatry na nung Drake, how was the software? May limitation ba because it's free or nandun naman lahat ng features and yung forms? I think Mariel can answer this kasi nag-raise siya ng hand, and if you wanna add something as well.
Okay. Okay. So good evening, Chris. Good evening, everyone. So yung experience ko po doon sa Bedrock, 6 months kami doon. So yung Drake po ang gamit namin, pero na-use na kami, kumbaga tinuruan kami. Usually yung hinandle ko po, although may bookkeeping siya, yung mga CSV upload sa software, mag CSV file, pero inado din kami sa tax. Ang usually inano ko yung business tax 1120. So yung kasama natin ditong isa, si Mami Juliet, siyang nag-handle ng mostly binigay sa kanya 1040. So ang ginagawa namin po nung una is in-access namin basta mayroon po siyang step or may kung paano ma-access yung remote desktop ni Joe. Ganon. And then pag na-access may code, ganon, may admin code, something ganyan. So pag na-access na namin doon, i-input na namin yon. So madali lang naman po ang Drake once na maintindihan. Pati kahit na yung mga green light na yun, mga green na mga merong nasosolve naman po siya. Meron po siya kasi yung mga pass-through, yung K1, kung paano papaanuhin doon. Maano din po siya, kumbaga, kung sa Pro Connect tayo, pero mas Pro Connect, mas parang user-friendly siya as compared sa Drake. Ganon. Pero ang Drake po, naman po siya, parang separate lang kasi ang niya eh. Basta okay man po ang Drake niya, basta na kabisa mo na. So, yan po.
I think I would suggest if you wanna try, kasi alam niyo na yung 8 na mock returns, you already know how the result nun sa ProConnect. Try doing the same thing sa Drake, 'di ba? Para ma-compare niyo. Kasi baka naman magustuhan niyo yung Drake, 'di ba? Versus ProConnect, 'di ba? Kasi 'di ba, kanya-kanya naman tayo ng taste. Para din ma-navigate niyo yung Drake. Kasi marami din gumagamit ng Drake actually. I think I have 3 clients so far na Drake yung gamit. Meron pa nga isa na malaki na siya. Malaki yung firm niya, pero Drake yung gamit niya. So, actually mas maraming gumagamit ng Drake kaysa ProConnect based on my experience. Isang firm lang, dalawa din pala yung firm na collaborated in the past na ProConnect yung gamit niya. Pero mas marami ang Drake. Alam ko mas marami ang Drake. If you have searched kasi may malaking franchise ng tax firm sa US called Drake? Jumping Jack yung firm. They do franchising. Malaki yung network nila, and I don't know if Rolando has heard of this kasi yung nagpa-franchise doon na na tax firm usually owned by mga black people. So Ang gamit nilang software doon, Drake. So, yun. Medyo mas maraming gumagamit ng Drake. So if that's something that you also would want to make use of your time, pwede niyong i-prepare yung mock returns using Drake.
Actually, Chris, nung nandun kami, yung isang head namin, pina-attend kami ng Drake. So, nagkaroon kami ng, kahit nga ngayon, nag-email sa amin, magbili daw kami ng Drake software, kung mga ganon. So, pina-attend kami parang orientation ng Drake, yung Drake mismo. So, binigay namin yung email namin. Hanggang ngayon, nag-i-email pa. 30% discount, something.
Nagbebenta sila. Oo.
Yan.
Pero mahal din yung
Okay
Drake,
naman po okay din naman po ang Drake. Mas okay din po ang Drake basta nakakabisa ko. Ano lang, kumbaga time lang nang ang igugugulin. Kumbaga, kaya minsan po nga tawa kami pag naaalis yung green light, yun parang yung mga green na yun, yung diagnostic.
Diagnostic. Yun yung
Opo.
pinakaayaw ko sa Drake diagnostics. Ang hirap i-figure out. Ang maganda sa ProConnect kasi 'di ba naka-link siya. Pagka-click mo ng link, pupunta siya agad kung saan yung error, 'di ba? So, na mas mabilis siyang i-navigate. Yung Drake hindi. Parang ano din, merong ganyang software Drake, no, na magpa-prompt lang siya ng error but you don't know where to go. Dapat kabisado mo yung software to know kung saan ka pupunta to fix that error. But again, ProConnect is different. ProConnect, I think CCH as well. UltraTax has that as well, where kapag may diagnostic, it would bring you to kung saan siya i-fix. I think Tax Act, wala it doesn't, meron din. Oo. So most software pala would provide you navigation kung saan papunta to fix the diagnostics. Yung Drake, isa yun sa software na wala, na hindi kanya ili-lead to fix diagnostics. Yun lang yung downside, yun yung isang downside ng Drake. But otherwise, you can also test it. Baka it may suit your taste. Nati-trace naman siya sa Drake like sa ProConnect. I-click mo yung line then magpapakita kung saan siya i-input. Basta lisod lagi i-explain. Yeah. Yeah, obviously I think Noreen used Drake more than I do. And maybe a lot of you here also has used Drake more than I do. So pwede kayong mag-share, no? One of these days, pwede kayong mag-share ng paano mag-prepare ng return sa Drake. Kasi ginagamit lang naman natin yung ProConnect kasi libre, di ba? But if you guys have Drake installed sa inyong mga computer, pwede kayong mag-demo on how to prepare the return using that software. I'm just curious, Karen, do you want to say something? I see your hand raised. Or is it from me?
Yeah. We will attend tomorrow.
Okay. So earlier yan. Sige, meron pa tayong 12 minutes. Do you guys feel like you wanna share more? 70 pa rin tayo hanggang ngayon. So, dami pa din. Daming gusto lang makinig or gusto lang mag-chat. Yes, it's better to be trained in different tax software. Agree. The more software you're knowledgeable, mas maganda yung pwede nyo ilagay sa resume nyo kasi you're knowledgeable with the software. Kasi yun din usually yung mga tanong ng mga tax firm owner. Are you knowledgeable about this? Blah. And medyo malaking advantage yun kapag alam niyo na kasi mabilis yung magiging contribution niyo dun sa firm.
I remember, sir, ang Drake may cloud man na based din.
Hindi cloud, ang cloud na ng Drake is through SmartVault. So parang sa remote desktop lang siya. Try Drake for the exercises. It's a big help. Meron pa ba ditong hindi nakapag-try ng exercise? Sana naman kahit lang sa kahit yung sa mga earlier sessions pa lang natin. By now dapat na kayo nun. Na try niyo na yon. Sige. Anyone else want to talk? Want to chat? Want to share something? Yung iba, if you feel like going, yes, you can. Kasi 10 minutes na lang din naman. Because we will just continue with the team meeting in preparation dun sa bookkeeping na course namin dito sa Mabini. But meron ba ditong gustong mag-attend ng bookkeeping na class? Can I see a show of hands? Tapos share niyo na din, guys, Share niyo na din sa mga friends niyo. I already asked Zara to prepare a post about it para ma-share niyo na din. And then mas maganda kito kasi ang dami niyo Unlike sa tax, di ba, na medyo konti pa lang yung may alam, a lot of you here are already knowledgeable with the book, so we can share mga best practices, things that baka alam ko, para mali pala yung alam ko, no? Diba? So, we can correct each other's or, wrong practices at saka ma-promote yung pinaka-best na practice. And I've already said this before, pag bookkeeper ka kasi, you are in the best position to do tax preparation. If you guys have LinkedIn, lately kasi, parang ginagawa ko na din yung LinkedIn as Facebook. Yung may mga fina-follow na ako. Kasi lately ko lang din na-discover na may ganito pala yung LinkedIn. Kasi parang a week ago lang ako yata nag-update ng profile ko sa LinkedIn. So, I downloaded the app. And then meron palang kapag nag-follow ka din, para na rin siyang Instagram or Facebook na may mga post. But the problem with the post is you cannot share to other platforms, di ba? So, unlike Facebook na pwede mong i-share sa IG or sa TikTok or whatever, may cross-platform sharing siya. Yung LinkedIn hindi. Share mo lang siya sa profile mo, no? But you cannot share it to other platform. So, if you have that, use that to your advantage din. Kasi may mga post na you can really learn from. I see a lot of posts ng mga CPA promoting their services. Tapos yun, highlight nila yung need for business people to hire bookkeepers. Diba? Kasi, not just bookkeepers, but mga CPA na may alam. Kasi, improper bookkeeping can actually lead to lost tax savings. Diba? By now, you already know about home office. Diba? Hindi nyo naman nare-record yan sa books. Diba? Mileage, for example, now you already know that. Later on, you will learn about accountable plans sa business return. Yung meals, diba? You already know that. Yung mga retirement contribution, diba? So you already know these things. Now, this will actually have an impact dun sa tax return nila. Right? And these are things that you can, preempt doon sa books nung bookkeeping clients niyo. Pag hindi niyo nakita, di ba? Magtatanong na kayo, bakit wala akong nakikita ditong retirement contribution? Nag-contribute ka ba? A lot of what I see are meals expenses. Are these expenses that are personal, or are these expenses or meals expenses with a client? Di ba? So alam niyo paano yun i-categorize. Di ba? Kasi kung ngayon, kung hindi kayo nag-aral ng tax, kung nakita niyo yung McDonald's, 7-Eleven, categorize ng meals, hindi niyo alam, personal pala yun, di ba? So you already know na a requirement nung IRS, it has to be a meal with a client, di ba? For business purposes. So, alam niyo na kung paanong mag-probe dun sa client niyo to categorize the transactions properly. Di ba? And yung nakwento ko kahapon, di ba, yung piniprepare kong return, na-miss niya yung IRA contribution niya. Di ba, ang laki ng impact, $3,000. So, yun kung ang taxpayer ay walang dedicated na bookkeeper. Tapos may isa pa, yung pinaka-common, yung walang separate na bank account. Di ba? Yung bank account ng LLC, so yung ginagamit na bank para doon sa LLC is personal. Diba? So, pag nagbubookkeep kayo, you must advise your taxpayer or your client na, hey, client, sorry, aware ka naman na pwede kang mag-open ng separate bank account, diba? So, I would highly recommend that we open a separate bank account for the business kasi for one, yung schedule, lalo na pag Schedule C yung business, yung if-file ni taxpayer, search nyo sa internet, it's the most audited form by the IRS, yung Schedule C. Right? So, kapag inaudit niya ni IRS, tapos yung mga transactions ay mixed with the personal, ay good luck. Diba? So, malaking penalty yon. So, now that you know that, pag nakita niyo yung bank statements ay naka-personal account, advise niyo si client niyo, no? Now, as your bookkeeper, I highly recommend that we use or that you open a separate bank account for the business, and this will save you from penalties, or this would save you from a potential audit in the future, right? So yun, mas lamang yung may alam, right? So now that you know these things, you can come to your bookkeeping client more confidently and propose na kayo na lang din yung maging tax preparer nila, right? And again, kung bookkeeping client nyo yan, dalawa na yung return agad kung kayo yung maging tax preparer nila, at naka business return yung, or naka-separate yung registration ng business nila, either S Corp or partnership. Dalawang return agad yun, guys, 'di ba? Isang business return at isa kang personal, 'di ba? So malaking engagement agad yun for you, 'di ba? So there's really an added advantage kapag nagbo-bookkeep ka and then you do tax preparation. At kung wala ka pang bookkeeping din na knowledge, nag-aral ka na ngayon ng tax preparation, alam mo na yung mag-prepare ng tax return, then we welcome you to the bookkeeping course that we're gonna be launching on the 23rd of August, para dalawang service agad yung pwede mong i-offer, diba? Bookkeeping at saka tax. Ang kagandahan naman sa bookkeeping, although medyo masakit sa ulo, is may monthly kang retainer, 'di ba? May monthly kang retainer. Every month meron kang cash flow. Unlike sa tax na isang beses lang, 'di ba? Pero pag tax kasi medyo mahal, 'di ba? Medyo mahal yung fee. Pag books, depende sa complexity ng books, 'di ba? Kung paano niyo yan ipa-price. May mga disadvantages, or paano ko ba sabihin yan? May mga areas na lamang yung tax kaysa sa bookkeeping. Meron din naman na lamang yung bookkeeping kaysa sa tax. But if you want to do both, why not? 'Di ba? mas better yun sa inyo. So yeah, I'm excited for the bookkeeping course, and again, if you feel like you wanna share it to your friends, please feel free to do so. As early as na pwede yun yang i-share. I see hands raised. Is it from the question earlier or you have questions? Melissy, Nora, Jen, I see your hands raised.
Gusto yan sumali ng bookkeeping.
Okay. This is an answer to the question on the bookkeeping, right? So, alam niyo na guys, hindi ako expert sa bookkeeping because I've not been practicing bookkeeping for a while. I welcome ang mga collaborators uli who will be willing to present. So I'll reach out to you to plan on how we're gonna approach our training. Okay. So just like that, 9:30 na. It's a good run tonight, guys. I'm glad that you could join us, and you guys also is able to join, and they all see you in one place. And you see our place. It's not fancy, but we like it this way, native, diba? And then update namin kayo once na yung namin. Borderless Cafe. And then again, kung may mga used books kayo guys, we would welcome that. We're collecting books, yung mga fiction or non or anything na pwede nating ilagay dito, or mga board games kaya siguro, diba? That would entice young minds to come here and use the facility as a place for learning, right? So if you guys don't have anything else, I guess let's call it a night. And then don't forget, wait lang. Meron pala mga question dito or mga remarks. Basahin lang natin to. Yeah, dapat iwalay personal meals sa company-funded meals. That's correct. Yes, pati sa COA nakadepende sa entity. Correct. Magkasama personal business bank account. Again, this is something that you should advise the client not to do. And from Joanne Meron, nag-LLC pero personal loans ang gamit. Yeah. I've seen these cases too. Pa-donate po yung nasa background ni Sir JB. Banding. Si JB mahilig sa books to. Right. So, I guess that's everything. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Magandang chikahan, pero I would, really hope minsan mas marami pang mag-speak up. We would love to know you guys. Diba? It's good to connect. So yeah, let's call it a night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow 10 in the morning. Okay, right, guys, good night. You all have a good one.
Please. Good night. Night.
Good
night.
Good night, friends.
Good night.
Night. Bye.
Everyone.
Meet our free U.S. tax preparation course brought to you by the Borderless Accountant. We are inviting you to join our community. Live training, reputable tax firms as resource speakers, recorded, replayable at higit sa lahat, libre. To join, like and follow our official Facebook page, join our Facebook group for important updates, and fill out our Google form to be included in our mailing list. See you there!